All I can hear are whales communicating with each other, a haunting sound that's somewhat tragic in delivery, like a loved one bereft for eternity. Theoretically, we are 15 minutes from the start of Armageddon. That's the time it would take between us receiving the firing signal from the Prime Minister and the nuclear warheads being launched. I'm on patrol, submarine patrol, aboard a sizable chunk of Britain's nuclear deterrence. We are the hidden. We see and hear everything, but only ever listen. We never communicate. A highly trained, motivated, elite team of submariners, we're the best in the business. It's the middle of the night in the control room, all the dials bathed in soft red lighting. I haven't slept well for days. I've got bad skin and my body clock has gone haywire. And then it happens. A distant noise, panic sets in, undetected by our sonar, as if the intruder has come from nowhere. The crew freeze. The next 30 seconds drip by. What is it, friend or foe? Have we been detected and compromised? Suddenly the telltale sound of a submarine's propeller screams over the top of us, no more than 50 feet away. All hell breaks loose. I literally dive full length into a seat on the fire control system as we scramble around looking for answers. We assign the rogue sub a target number and track it as it passes to the stern of us. Then, phantom-like, gradually fades away to the east, never to be heard from again. That was close, way too close. The captain made the call correctly, of course, that it was making far too much noise to have detected us. But even so, most of the crew on watch when it happened are now nervously fidgeting, thinking to themselves, how did we miss it? There's a lot resting on our mostly very young shoulders. We can never be detected or compromised, nor can we seek and destroy. We can only evade. Our job is to hide the bomber, this monster of the deep. HMS Raleigh tore Point, Cornwall, 9 months earlier. I'd had a plan, a clear plan, since joining the Royal Navy, that I wanted to serve with the elite. I wanted to be challenged, and if I was going to do it, I needed to throw my heart and soul into it. I also needed the adrenaline fix. As a restless but determined soul who wanted to do something a tad different with my life, I decided on the submarine service, the silent service. I wanted some of that, and although I had no idea what it would entail or what was required both mentally and physically, it appealed as a test. I'd been intrigued by submarines since childhood and had regularly seen them at the Plymouth Naval Base on our family's annual summer break to the beautiful South Hams region of Devon. We'd spend at least one day visiting Plymouth Hoe for a game of crazy golf, followed by fish and chips gazing out to sea where, among others, Drake had sailed in 1588 to engage the Spanish Armada. Plymouth had been a vital centre during the Age of Empire, and all the sailor scientists had set sail from here, Cook, Bligh and Darwin. Its naval history carried on and on through 2 world wars, right up to the fleet of vessels I'd seen on my boyhood holidays. After lunch, the family would take a guided trip round the warships on one of the boats that departed from the Mayflower Steps on the seafront, and we'd work our way past the might of the modern navy. The moored-up, rusting warships seemed large, robust, even a tad soulless. Meanwhile, the submarines tied up alongside looked anything but, sleek and powerful with a large helping of intimidation to boot. They radiated a sense of mystery and glamour. I'd sit there looking at them, marvelling at what lethal pieces of machinery and wondrous feats of modern engineering they were. Enigmas to me in many ways, 1 minute powering forward on the surface like a ship, then in a flash simply vanishing under the water, wholly hidden from the world, completely self-sufficient, relying on no one, asking for nothing. Unbeknown to me at the time on these holiday boat trips, I was witness to the changing nature of the Navy. It was no longer the surface boats that dominated the dockyards, but the submarine. For where once it had been the battleship, aircraft carrier and frigate, now it was the age of underwater supremacy. But even at that age I did sense that perhaps the ultimate mental examination was, as still is, coping with life under the sea. A world without natural light, cooped up alongside more than 100